Hi, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, not in a Joe Blog studio today. I'm actually down here at Piccadilly Circus. There is Eros behind me, and we've got the billboard, which is sort of famous for Piccadilly Circus, constantly changing adverts. And the reason why I wanted to make this video is to talk about change, because there's been a lot of changes on the Joe Blogs channel. Let me just pick up this bag. I've just been to an afternoon tea at Fortnum and Mason. The reason I've been at afternoon tea is because I've wanted to make some new content. So I've been making some afternoon tea videos alongside some other food videos. And it's caused a bit of consternation. A few people got a bit upset and said, why are you putting food onto a politics channel, economics? This has nothing to do with it. Stop doing it immediately. I don't like it. So please desist. Well, the reason why I did it is because I think change is good. Change is something that we all need. And you know, if I hadn't changed what I did, then I wouldn't be making any YouTube videos, because I would have still been working in an office like I was at the start of my career a long time ago. But, you know, we all change. We all have different things that we need to do. Just walking around, this guy's taking a picture of a load of people, so I don't want to get into his picture. So, yeah, the whole point of development and evolution is that that's the way the world works. You know, if you don't change, then you're stuck in the past forever. And I wanted to address the issue because I think it's important for all of us, particularly, you know, as you get older, things do change. You know, physically they change, mentally, family life changes, people grow up, they have their own existence. And, you know, you're constantly having to reevaluate what you're about, what you want to do, what is exciting for you, how you get some enjoyment out of life. So I think my channel is a good example of something that it's you know, it's a work in progress. It's still developing. Definitely hasn't got to the point that, you know, I'd like it to. And the reason I wanted to change it is because I felt I was stuck in a bit of a rut. So I've been doing videos on YouTube for around about 5 years now. So quite a long time. And I think in anyone's career, 5-year point is always a good time to take stock. I'm just heading towards Leicester Square if anybody's interested in where I'm going. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of tourists on Leicester Square. But 5 years, I think, is long enough that you can say, okay, what's going well, what's not going so well, what do I need to change, what would I like to improve? And I think what I decided was that I quite like making videos. So, you know, it's not something that I hate. I don't want to give it up. But they were keeping me captive in the Joe Blog studio. So I was constantly just sitting in front of a screen, making videos, talking about relatively depressing news events. So, you know, the war in Ukraine, what's happening in China, all those sorts of things, which is very interesting, but not when it becomes everything in your life. So I decided that I needed to change things up a bit. And the first thing I wanted to do was get out and about more so. So I decided, you know, how was I going to do that? Well, I thought, well, I'll get involved in some sort of travel and maybe some food videos. So that's what I've been doing for the past few months. Now, interestingly, I was advised by people to put that onto a separate channel. And that's what I did initially. So you'll see that there's a Joe Blogs food channel. There's also a Joe Blogs, I think it's called Experience, Joe Blogs Experience. It's been called a few different things, that channel. And so I posted the food and the travel videos separately. And what I found was that it was like starting from scratch, that nobody really watched them. They got very low level of views, quite demoralizing, bit humiliating, and you thought, oh, you know, have I got time to be doing all this, to build this from scratch? So I then thought, well, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to put these onto the main channel. And that met with a bit of resistance. I've had quite a lot of horrible messages from people saying, you know, what the are you doing? This is a disgrace. It's an embarrassment. You should stop doing this immediately. You're rubbish at all of these things. Get back to what you're good at. And I thought, do you know what? I don't care what people say, because the whole point of this is to try to develop, try to improve, try to do something different, set myself a new challenge. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to make it a success. And what I've found is that people quite enjoy it. So I'm getting a lot of really positive feedback now from people saying, hey, I didn't think I would like watching you reviewing a burger or reviewing Wetherspoon's pub meal or reviewing an afternoon tea, but actually I found it quite entertaining, quite interesting. You're introducing some information, some history into everything. So, you know, it's quite fun to watch. And yeah, thank you very much for doing it. So I was really pleased with that feedback. And from my point of view, I'm enjoying making the videos. It's nice to be out and about. That's where I am today. I've just had lunch at Fortnum & Mason, which was interesting, quite nice, quite tasty. I'm getting to see some fun places, and I'm sharing the experience, and people are really enjoying it. So for me, the change has been a really positive move. I've really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the new challenge. That's helped me to improve the political side of things and the economic side of things. I think those videos have got better because I'm more focused on them. I've improved the look of them. I've changed the studio. So there's a lot of really big positives that have come out of it overall for the economics and the politics side as well. So it's not just on the food side. And I'm just feeling happier and more fulfilled, and I've got more of a challenge. I've just agreed with one of my best friends that he's going to join me on some food videos. So we've made a couple of those so far, and that's been a bit of fun, enjoyable. And I think those videos will be popular because there's a bit of banter in there. That's better when you've got two people. You don't have to just rely on yourself the whole time. You've got a bit of interchange. So there's a lot of really positive, and it's interesting because he's somebody who's been very successful in his life, and he was looking for a new challenge himself. And he's at a bit of an end where he was saying, I don't really know what the next challenge is. And I said, why don't you make some videos with me? He's agreed to do it crazily. And I think he's quite enjoying it as well. So it's a good example of where change is for the better. And that's really why I wanted to make this video, just to remind you that you don't have to keep doing everything that you're doing for the rest of your life. You can do something different. Let's go this way across Leicester. I'm on Leicester Square now, if anybody's interested. This is Leicester Square, where a lot of the movie premieres take place. It's a big meeting point for a lot of tourists. Everyone heads down here. It's pedestrianised. Quite a nice little place to hang out. Not too busy at the moment, thankfully. Sometimes it gets absolutely rammed here, but not too busy today. But yeah, I think change is good. It's a good thing. It's daunting. It's scary. You do get, nervous about what the outcome might be, and you think, actually, am I making the right move here? Shouldn't I just stay in my comfort zone and do what I'm used to doing and just carry on doing that for the rest of my life? Well, the answer to that is no, you shouldn't keep doing that, because change is for the better. Change it's challenging, but it's rewarding at the same time. So from my point of view, I can tell you that doing these new food videos and some travel and a few other bits and pieces, I did a little bit of educational stuff. It's been much more fun than just doing the same old thing. It's not been as successful, so I haven't been getting as many views, but I don't really mind that, because I feel like I'm on a journey. I'm on a growth path, and that, you have to start somewhere, and that's where I've started. So I wanted to make this video really to remind you that it's your life, it's your decisions. You can do what you like. You don't have to keep doing what you're doing, and maybe set yourself a new challenge, set yourself a new goal, set yourself something that a bit different to do. It doesn't have to be monumental, doesn't have to be life-changing. It can just be something straightforward, like something different for lunch, maybe cook something new, go out somewhere new, go for a walk, do something that you don't normally do. There's a Wetherspoons pub behind me that I haven't reviewed yet, but it's one on Leicester Square, it's one of the busiest ones, also one of the worst ones, I think, in the country, but I will come on to that in a separate video. That's a different type of video. But yeah, I just wanted to say that if you're feeling a little bit in a rut, you're feeling like, there's not much left worth living for, or, you just haven't got anything motivating you, or you don't really know what the next big thing is for you, or what your next challenge is, or maybe you're going to leave work, or you're tired and you don't know what to do, and none of your friends are ringing you up or something like that. Well, do something about it. Do something different. Set yourself a new challenge, a new goal. It doesn't have to be anything that you're going to make it into the newspapers about. It could just be something very simple. Take a walk around the park, go to a different place, go to a new pub, make something new for tea, find a recipe online, cook something different, go to a different shop to buy your food, or who knows what it is. It doesn't have to be anything that anybody else cares about, as long as you care about it. So I wanted to make this video really just to remind you that you only get one chance in life, and you need to make the most of it. And that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to explain why the changes have been happening on Joe Blogs, why it's not on a separate channel. It's not on there because I don't want it to be. It's called Joe Blogs, the channel. It's not called Joe Blogs Politics. It's called Joe Blogs. So it can be whatever I think it should be. And I think it's more fun to take it in different directions, to expand the content. And I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If you haven't checked out any of those videos yet, then why not start off with one of the afternoon tea ones? They're quite fun. They're quite easy to get into. Look out for the new season of Joe and Naz, that's my friend who I'll be doing some videos with. They're going to be quite good fun. I'd definitely recommend checking those out. We're about to head overseas to do a whole series of videos for that content, so hopefully they will come out quite well. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video really to explain what's going on, to talk to you about change, and just to say, you know, don't be afraid of it. Don't push back against it. Don't try to keep everything exactly the same as it's always been, because that's not how the world works. We're always moving forward, developing and coming up with new things. So I'm trying it. You can see what I'm doing my best to make it as entertaining as possible. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and hopefully you can take a leaf out of my book, which is Darth Vader behind me here. That's the sort of thing you get on Leicester Square. If you haven't been here, it's a little bit like Times Square in New York. But hopefully you're enjoying seeing me having a go at something new, changing things up, and it will inspire you to do something similar, to just do things differently, have a try, give something a go. It might not work, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work, just do something else the following day. So hopefully you've enjoyed today's video, you've enjoyed seeing me wandering around central London with all the tourists. If you have liked what I said, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again on the next video.